John Beltran, Jen Goodall back from Brush High School for this second game of our doubleheader as we head to the third quarter momentarily with the Bead Diggers leading the Fort Morgan Mustangs 29-25 after the Lady Diggers won the opening game 61-37. And for the Mustangs, as we mentioned, it's been the TJ Schneider show with 14 points and 10 rebounds. The Bead Diggers obviously have a lot more balance when we examine the scoring, which we did earlier here at halftime. Neither team has a player in foul trouble, although the Bead Diggers have 3 players with 2 fouls in Jeffrey Dunker, Mitch Tormolen, and Randy Baker. And Tony Zwedzig, a non-starter, has 2 fouls for Fort Morgan. The Mustangs break the huddle with Nick Garver, Leo Lopez, Nevin McConnell, TJ Schneider, and Aaron Anderson. Bead Diggers with Mitch Tormolen, along with Jeffrey Dunker, Randy Baker, Gregory Maris, and it looks like Vince Albo is going to be starting the second half. Nope, it'll be Colby Needens. Yeah, Albo is sitting along that fivesome there, but Needens will have his regular spot out there for the Bead Diggers. Bead Diggers will have the basketball first. Maris to throw it in. And here is Dunker. The Bead Diggers had a lead of 7 in that second quarter. Baker into the lane. Bounce pass to Tormolen. Tormolen banks and had it partially blocked by Anderson. Anderson comes away with a 7th board. Over to Leo Lopez. Left wing 3 is in and out. Mitch Tormolen grabs the rebound, his second of the game. The outlet to Needens. Needens with the basketball. Needens bounce pass to Tormolen at the free throw line. Baker, 15-footer, is no good. And the ball is loose in the left corner, taken away by Nick Garver. Garver with the basketball. Over to Anderson. Anderson in the lane, back out to Garver. Wide open 3 in the air. Yes, for Nick Garver. And it's a 1-point game. Brush 29, Fort Morgan 28. Maris getting pressured by Lopez in the backcourt. Maris swings it right side to Tormolen, guarded by Schneider. Right baseline, Needens turns, shoots, scores off the glass. Nice little one-hander by Colby Needens. That's his first 2-point bucket of the game. 31-28. Brush with the lead. 6:46 to go, third quarter from Brush. The Bead Diggers are looking for the sweep tonight. Lopez in the lane to McConnell. Right wing Anderson, 10-footer. Back rim. Rebound to Anderson. Anderson jump past Garver. Fakes. Steps in. Blocked out of bounds by Needens, but he committed the foul.
I'm going to have to say I disagree with that one because I didn't see any body contact either. But again,
yeah, it looked clean to me.
We're clear up here and they're down there, so.
Garver makes the free throw. Garver's got 5 points in the game. Brush 31, Fort Morgan 29.
I don't normally disagree with him, but that one I do.
Second free throw is up and in. Brush 31, Fort Morgan 30. 6.5 remaining third quarter from Brush. Maris across midcourt on the high left of Baker. Guarded by Anderson. Cross court to Tormolen, Tormolen over to Dunker. 16-footer, no good. Rebound to Tormolen, and he was fouled, I believe, by McConnell. Now Tormolen hitting the boards a little bit harder. 2 of his 3 rebounds have come in the opening minute and 44 seconds.
Well, and I've seen Gregory doing this backup thing, being shoved backwards as he's trying to set a screen a couple times, so I'm waiting for that call too.
Maris to throw it in. On the outside right, Colby Needens, wide open 3. Bingo for Colby Needens. 14 points in the game for the senior. Brush 34, Fort Morgan 30. McConnell right corner 3, no good. Needens with a rebound for Brush. Needens with the outlet to Maris. Under 6 minutes to go in the third. The Bead Diggers are up by 4. Needens to Maris. Maris to Tormolen. On the outside left, guarded by Schneider. Cross-court bounce pass to Baker. Baker bounce pass inside to Dunker. He's triple teamed. Then he puts up a shot and in. Well, he squeezed in between a couple and Dunker scored. That was pretty creative by the sophomore. 36-30 in favor of Brush. The Bead Diggers are on a 5-0 run. Garver in the left corner. Bounce pass towards Schneider. Poked away by Dunker. Intercepted. Here's Tormolen to Needens to Baker. All the way. Scoops it up off the glass and in for Randy Baker. All of a sudden, the Beet Diggers are really going on offense. Garver all the way, and there was lots of contact and a foul. Garver to the line. Dunker commits his third foul. Strong move to the basket by Nick Garver.
Seems like he got landed on his knee wrong or something. He's
looking
shaking it out a little bit.
Yeah, he's looking to stop a 7-0 Brush run. This is the biggest lead of the game for the Beet Diggers. The free throw is in. Garver's got all 6 points for Fort Morgan in this quarter. Vince Albo's now in, as is Bryce Needens for Brush. Aaron Mendez is in for the Mustangs. Second free throw to be attempted by Nick Garver. That is up, and that is short. And the ball is rebounded on one hop by Mitch Tormolen, his third rebound of the quarter. He's got 1 per minute here. On the high right to Albo. Back out near the timeline to Maris. Free throw line, Tormolen, left wing, wide open. Bryce Needens' three is in and out. And the ball is tipped around a couple of times, and T.J. Schneider secures his 11th rebound. Over to Mendez, now to Garver. And Garver nearly stripped and tied up by Tormolen. That was very awkward. It was almost like, that when you grab a hand, I don't know, one of those deals.
Yeah, that was
when you put an arm out for a girl.
Well, he had it trapped between his forearm and his bicep.
Well, it's kind of like, it's kind of like a Grand March type of hold there. Anderson to throw it in. Anderson lobs it down low for Mendez in the lane. Fades, shoots, misses. Rebound Schneider, banks, and he misses, and Schneider again banks and scores, and he's fouled. Schneider to the line.
And that's going to be on Mitch.
Tormolen has committed his third. Schneider with 16 points and 13 rebounds. It's a 5-point Brush lead, and it stays at 5. The free throw's in and out. Tormolen grabs his 5th rebound. Over to Dunker. Dunker now to Maris. And Tormolen had a big rebounding night the first time around against Fort Morgan. Albo with the basketball, right at the free throw line, Tormolen. Here's Needens, the three is off the back of the rim, and Aaron Anderson went over the back. Bryce Needens had position. Anderson commits his first foul.
He backed up into him first, made sure he had contact, and then went to go get it, and he reached over the top, and that's how you get that call.
Tormolen with the basketball over to Bryce Needens, now to Colby Needens straight away. Bryce Needens on the left wing, left corner for Maris. Brush 38, Fort Morgan 33. 4:22 to go, third quarter. Bryce Needens left of the lane, spinning, bounce pass to the cutting. Maris, his runner is up and good along the left baseline, and Maris stopped just in time. If he got too close, that shot could have been blocked. Should be 40-33 on the board. I don't think anybody changed that. And here's McConnell straight away, and he misses the shot. And the rebound to Anderson. Anderson left corner. Now we got a push in the corner. Maris committed the foul. And for Gregory Maris, that was going to be his first foul. 14th foul against the Beet Diggers. Fort Morgan basketball. McConnell to Bledsoe. Wide open three. Left him wide open. He drilled the three. Bledsoe with his second triple. 40-36 Beet Diggers. 3:45 to go. Colby Needens left corner three. No good. Ball is volleyball into the hands of Tormolen. Now to Vince Albo. Tormolen has 5 second-half rebounds. Albo, right corner three is no good. Nash Bledsoe with a rebound for Fort Morgan. Here's Aaron Anderson across midcourt. Left of the free throw line. In the lane. Scoops and misses. And the ball is tipped into the hands of Tormolen. Again, Tormolen has been a magnet for the basketball in the second half. Maris on the left wing to Colby Needens now. Colby Needens shoots and misses the three. It was Bryce to Colby. Rebound to Nash Bledsoe. Bledsoe into the front court and poked out of bounds from behind by Bryce Needens. It will be Fort Morgan basketball. 3:11 to go, third quarter. The Beet Digger lead is only 4. Whether it's health, life, or dental insurance or Medicare supplements, see Sharon Kaufman at Insurance Connection. Anderson to trigger it in for the left corner. Over to Mendez. Back to Anderson. Over to Nevin McConnell on the outside right now. Mendez wide open three. Good! Aaron Mendez nails the triple. An 8-point lead is down to 1. 40-39. Here's Bryce Needens, who misses the three off the back of the rim. T.J. Schneider goes for the rebound, tied up by Tyler Monday. Possession arrow is pointing in Brush's direction. 30-second timeout. And right now the momentum is on Fort Morgan's side, Jen.
Well, and I think Fort Morgan's doing a good job. They're pushing the ball. They're getting the extra rebounds that they need. They're crashing the boards. Everybody is, instead of, just leaving and going back. Whereas our guys, I think, are pulling the trigger just a little bit too fast. There's no ball movement, and I'm sure that Coach Garcia is going to talk about that. You got to make them play a little defense. Get that shift in the defense before you take that three.
It's been a nice third quarter for Nick Garver. He's got 6 points for the Mustangs, 5 for Colby Needens, but those Pete Digger threes that were falling in the first half are not falling here. They've only got 1 3. I'd say they missed about 4 or 5. So shooting less than 20% from three-point range here in the quarter. Maris, Garcia, Monday, Needens, and Needens for Brush. Schneider, McConnell, Zwedzig, Baker, and Anderson for Fort Morgan. Maris to throw it in. Maris bounce pass is kicked out of bounds by Anderson. And again, Fort Morgan's building off the momentum of beating Frederick last night at home 73-63. Maris will now throw it into the left of the basket. With 2:52 to go in the third, and the Beat Diggers up 40-39. In the right corner, Bryce Needens dribbles. Cut off by Baker, down low for Monday. He scoops it up and in, and a foul on Scott Baker. Tyler Monday to the line to try and convert the three-point play. Nice usage of the body by Tyler Monday.
And he matches up well with Baker, 44 from the Fort Morgan side. Those two are about the same size, height-wise.
Yeah,
and
very similar build.
Yeah, they're stocky kids, so they're both able to do that.
Baker's got more sideburns than Tyler, but other than that...
That's true, he does. Or maybe we just can't see Tyler's because he's got blonde hair.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have the sideburns. Trust me, I know things about hair. With 2:47 to go in the third, the Monday free throws in the air. He line drived it back rim. Rebound to Scott Baker. There's the outlet to Zwedzig all the way, and he runs right into a Beat Digger, but he was not positioned. The foul's on Bryce Needens, and to the line is Tony Zwedzig. Nice aggressive move by Tony Zwedzig, and Needens has committed his first foul. And Zwedzig to the line. He can draw the Mustangs to within 1, and the first free throw is around and out, in and out. Second free throw upcoming. At 12:01 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan, stop by and get what you need to refuel on game days at Edwards Wright Price Market in Flowerland. And at 417 Main Street in Fort Morgan, Platte Valley Hearing Center, getting your hearing to its very best. Second free throw for Zwedzig is up and in. Brush 42, Fort Morgan 40. 2:40 to go, third quarter. From Brush High School. A lot more points in this matchup than the 44-35 win the Beat Diggers registered on December 10th. Mares on the outside right, wide open. Colby Needens three, and that's short. Rebound to Mares. Mares going to have to kick it back out, and it deflects off the official. It's a live ball just beyond midcourt. Zwedzig leans, shoots, banks, misses. Rebound to Baker. He's fouled as he misses. Baker to shoot two. The foul was committed by Bryce Needens. That's going to be his second.
Well, that was almost beneficial that the ref was in the way for Fort Morgan. That ball, I think, would have gone out of bounds.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah, nobody would have caught up to that. Left-handed free throws perfect for Scott Baker. Brush 42, Fort Morgan 41. Second free throw upcoming for Baker. And that is up, and that is off to the left, and the rebound to Mitch Tormolen. Tormolen grabs his 8th rebound. On the outside left, Baker with the basketball, with the Beat Diggers up by a point. Over to Mares. Mares against Zwedzig. Mares near the top to Tormolen against Randy Baker. Tormolen cross court to Dunker, dribbles into the lane, and then they jump pass to Baker, but a foul prior to that. That'll be the 14th foul. And that foul was committed over there by Nick Garver. That's his first. Baker to Dunker. In the right corner, Mares. There's a big three, and he missed it. And the ball is volleyball into the hands of Nevin McConnell. The Mustangs want to run. Garver on the other end, back out to McConnell. A bucket can give them the lead. Garver to McConnell on the left wing to Anderson. Overhead pass to Zwedzig. Now to Garver against Mayer. Spinning on Mayers. Right wing to Zwedzig. 1:33 to go. Down low. McConnell. Here's Anderson straight away. Good. 13-footer for Aaron Anderson. And the Mustangs have the lead, 43-42. 1:24 to go in the third. Colby Needens on the high left with the basketball. Back out to Dunker. Dunker dribbling to his right. Lobs it down low for Tormolen. Double team. Tormolen kicks it back out. Needens. Right wing to Mayers. Here's Baker. 15-footer is off to the right. Dunker tries to save it in, but does to Aaron Anderson of Fort Morgan. Anderson bounced past his Zwedzig. Back out to Anderson. Poked away and stolen by Mayers. Mayers is going to lay it up and in as he slams into the board. And a foul. Wow, that could have been dangerous. The Beat Diggers have the lead. Thank goodness for the padding, as that foul was committed by Aaron Anderson.
He's still kind of shook up even, and he's...
Maris to the line. 44-43 Brush, 59.4 seconds to go. One free throw for the Beat Digger senior. And that is up, and that is good. Mayers now has 10 points in the game. Gregory Mayers is the second Beat Digger double figures. Colby Needens has 14. Into the front court is Lopez, 45-43 Bush. Garver, left corner, three, is off the back of the rim. Kyle Rosenbrock just back into the game as the rebound. Long pass to Mayers, jump pass to Dunker. Dunker double team, and then his cross-court pass intercepted by Garver and fouled by Colby Needens as Garver misses. Garver to the stripe. Colby Needens commits his first. This game getting a little bit more physical. Garver will attempt his fifth and sixth free throws of the quarter. Garver's got 7 points in the game.
Well, you called it. It's going to be close all the way through.
And the free throw is up, around, and good. Brush 45, Fort Morgan 44. Nash Bledsoe is in. Scott Baker is out. Now, more entertaining game than the first meeting when the Beat Diggers won by 9, but they had controlled that game throughout. Second free throw is up and in. Deadlocked at 45. Mayers looking for help in the backcourt, feeds Dunker. Dunker with 30 seconds to go. Crosses midcourt against Garver on the outside right to Maris. Maris against Lopez. Dribbles to his left towards the top. Jump pass to Colby Needens. Needens against McConnell. Dribbles at the free throw line. 16-footers off the back of the rim. Rebound to T.J. Schneider. And that's his 15th rebound unofficially. Into the front court is Bledsoe. The Mustangs can take the lead before the end of the quarter. Bledsoe with 5 seconds to go. Over to Leo Lopez with 3. Lopez over to Garver. He'll pull up left wing. 3 is no good. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Brush 45, Fort Morgan 45 on B106 and B106.com. We head to the fourth quarter from Brush High School. John Beltran with Jen Goodall, 45-45. Brush and Fort Morgan. Nice way to end this series, this season, with an excellent game. Beat Diggers have the basketball. Maris to Tormolen. Near the top to Rosenbrock. Down low for Colby Needens. Banks and scores. Colby Needens to the left of the basket. He's got 16. Nice pass from Rosenbrock. Brush 47, Fort Morgan 45. Lopez to Garver. Steps to his left. Back out to Anderson. Lost the basketball near the timeline. Retrieves it. Anderson cross court to Lopez. Lopez, Anderson, Schneider, Mendez, and Garver for Fort Morgan. Here is Schneider. Straight away 3 is well short. That's not his shot. Rebound to Garver, though. And resetting is Fort Morgan. It's Maris, Tormolen, Rosenbrock, Albo, and Colby Needens for Brush. Lopez with the basketball, spinning on Maris on the outside right. Feeds it right corner for Mendez. Back out to Anderson, left wing for Garver. Garver swings it near the top to Lopez. We played 1 minute of the fourth. Schneider, left corner, Garver, and he traveled. There were 18 turnovers combined in the first half, only 4 combined here in the second half. Much
it's a
cleaner
very clean game. Yeah, it's a very clean game.
Brush looking to build on that 2-point lead with 6:52 to go. Maris across midcourt. Jump pass to Rosenbrock at the top. Rosenbrock bounce pass on the high right to Tormolin. Down low for Albo. Albo cross court to Rosenbrock. Banks and scores to the left of the basket. Rosenbrock over Aaron Mendez. Rosenbrock was 6. The Bay-Diggers have scored the opening 4 points of the quarter and lead Fort Morgan 49-45. Schneider at the free throw line. Guarded by Tormolin. Back out to Lopez. Now to Garver. Garver to his left. Over to Mendez. Back out to Lopez, right baseline. Schneider penetrates right baseline. We got a whistle and a foul. That should be a foul against the Bay-Diggers and Mitch Tormolin. That's going to be his 4th. And Tormolin grabbed 7 rebounds in that third quarter. He was a major difference. And that's going to be the 8th team foul, 1-and-1 situation. Schneider was held in check in that third quarter. Just 2 points. Free throw is up and good. Schneider now with 17 in the game. The Brush lead is down to 3, 49-46 with 6:20 to go. Second free throw by the senior is good. 49-47 Brush. 6:15 to go in the game. Maris against Lopez. Jump pass on the outside left to Albo. Guarded by Garver. Gets a pick, penetrates left baseline, cut off, back out to Tormolin. Tormolin to his right against Schneider, tripped up by Schneider. That's going to be Schneider's first foul of the game. 16 foul. So the Bay-Diggers will be shooting free throws from here on out. Albo to throw it in just beyond midcourt. Albo to Rosenbrock just beyond the timeline. Rosenbrock dribbles to his left, spinning on Mendez. Has to kick it back out to Maris. Maris against Lopez. Maris to his right, over to Tormolin, guarded by Schneider. Tormolin bounce pass outside left to Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock on the high right to Albo. Albo was stripped by Garver. Garver's going to tie the game. He'll lay it up and in. The Bay-Diggers commit only their second turnover of the half. 49-49. Rosenbrock in the right corner of the basketball. Bounce pass to Tormolin. Tormolin to Albo, right baseline. Jump pass to Tormolin. At the top for Mares on the right wing to Albo. Albo against Garver. Right corner bounce pass for Tormolin. Jump pass tipped away by Schneider, but taken away by Tormolin. Tormolin to Colby Needon's left wing 3. And that's off the back of the rim. And TJ Schneider grabs his 16th rebound. Outlet to Lopez. Lopez with the basketball on the outside right. Lopez towards the free throw line, and his runner's up off the rim. No good. Mitch Tormolin has the rebound for the Bay-Diggers. That's his 9th. Under 5 minutes to go. Brush 49, Fort Morgan 49. Mares in the lane on the right wing. Here's Tormolin, 12-footer. Back rim, and he missed it. Tormolin tries to grab the rebound, but he was out of bounds. It'll be Fort Morgan basketball. Austin Garcia, Jeffrey Dunker, and Randy Baker are in for Vince Albo, Colby Needons, and Kyle Rosenbrock. Aaron Mendez is out for Fort Morgan. Nevin McConnell is into the game. So we're tied at 49, your one-stop shop for all of your banking and investment needs, from checking to savings to IRAs, is Morgan Federal Bank, 321 Ensign Street. Morgan Federal Bank, there's a difference, member FDIC, equal housing lender. And Garver's pass is bounced out of bounds, intended for Anderson in the corner. And that's a timeout called by the Mustangs, a 30-second timeout. They've just committed their 14th turnover with a game deadlocked at 49 with 4:39 to go. Both teams will be back in action coming up on Tuesday night. The Mustangs right here on B106 and B106.com, and the Bay-Diggers on 1010 and KSIR.com. The Bay-Diggers have led for most of the way, but the Mustangs had a couple of brief leads in this game.
Well, and both teams have gone out of the zones unless they change it up. And I think both coaches are going to tell them they need to settle in and play a little more half-court offense, because neither team's really making the other do any defense.
Maris to throw it in the backcourt to Dunker. Dunker for Brush against McConnell. Across midcourt, Dunker to his right. Lobs down low for Baker. He banks and scores. Nice cut to the basket by Randy Baker. Bay-Diggers back out on top, 51-49. 4:22 to go in the game. Garver on the high left with the basketball, near the top to Anderson. Anderson against Baker, outside left to McConnell. McConnell to his right against Dunker, at the top for Schneider, right wing to Anderson. Anderson against Baker, holding the ball up high. Cross court to McConnell, penetrates left baseline, runs into Dunker, no whistle, pulls up 10-footer, is in, out, and in for Nevin McConnell. Brush 51, Fort Morgan 51. 3:57 to go in the game from Brush High School. Dunker on the outside left, jump pass, left corner. Mares, three in the air, is no good. TJ Schneider grabs his 17th rebound. The outlet pass is loose in the front court. Leo Lopez cannot save it in. It's out of bounds. The turnover committed by the Mustangs is their 15th of the game. It'll be Brush basketball. Now, what a game tonight.
This is crazy. It's up and down, click. It's barn burner. Or a dome burner.
We'll call it barn burner. I know that barns are no longer the facility of choice.
I played many games in what seemed to be replicated barns.
Dunker to throw it in. With Garcia out there, Dunker with the basketball across the timeline. On the outside left, a pass intended for Tormolen, tied up by Baker. Possession arrow goes over to Fort Morgan. That was a rather sloppy pass there.
Well, he had to pick up his dribble earlier than what he wanted to.
So here come the Mustangs. They can take the lead with a bucket. We're deadlocked at 51. 3:28 to go in the game. Leo Lopez on the outside left to Nick Garber, guarded by Austin Garcia. Garber gets a pick from Anderson, dribbles to his left corner for Lopez against Needens. Kicks it near the top to McConnell. McConnell was fouled by Dunker. That'll be the 19th foul. Dunker has committed his 4th. Substitutions. TJ Schneider took a brief rest. He replaces Scott Baker for the Mustangs. Maris and Bryce Needens are in for the Bee Diggers. McConnell can give Fort Morgan the lead. Big free throw coming up. That one is up, and that's in. This will be a huge victory. The Mustangs can pull this off. Trying to avenge a December 10th 9-point loss at home. Second free throw in and out. Randy Baker has the rebound for the Bee Diggers. Fort Morgan 52, Brush 51. 3:09 to go in the game. Maris on the outside right to Baker, guarded closely by McConnell. Back out to Tormolen on the left wing. Tormolen jump pass to Colby Needens, right corner for Bryce Needens against Garber, dribbles to his left. Back out to Baker on the bounce pass. Baker right baseline, leans, shoots, partially blocked out of there by Anderson. Anderson comes away with the basketball. Anderson in the lane, left baseline for Schneider. Back out Lopez. Lopez at the free throw line. Over to McConnell all the way, scoops it up. He's fouled as he misses, as he went hard to the floor. Well, that's as hard a foul as you're going to see. Nevin McConnell to the stripe. Boy, that was a lot of contact. Mitch Tormolen is out of the game. That is his 5th.
I actually thought that was going to be on Randy Baker.
Check that. That's his 4th foul. I had 4 fouls already on him, but only his 4th, and the free throw is in, out, and in by McConnell. Rosenbrock is in for Baker. Yeah, Baker only has 2 fouls in the game. And Tormolen's had a big half with 8 rebounds, 8 of his 9 in this half. And the other free throw's in. McConnell nails both. 54-51 in favor of the Mustangs. They have reversed an 8-point lead. A full timeout. We'll keep it right here. Brought to you by Edwards Wright Price Market in Flowerland at 1201 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Now the Mustangs did have trouble earlier this year in Greeley against University, blowing a 4-point lead with 45 seconds to go and losing in overtime. So they've got to prove that they can put a game away in a close game, which is the case right now, especially on the road. But again, you know, it's amazing in sports. You get a victory like Fort Morgan did last night against Frederick, and when you get a win, you don't want to be resting. And they didn't rest. They played tonight.
Right.
While the Bee Diggers lost on Wednesday night at home to Holy Family, I'm sure they wanted to come right back and play, and not necessarily with that performance carrying over to this one. I think this is more about Fort Morgan's solid performance last night carrying over to tonight. It'll be Bryce Needens, Gregory Maris, Kyle Rosenbrock, Mitch Tormolen, and Colby Needens for Brush. Aaron Anderson, TJ Schneider, Nevin McConnell, Leo Lopez, and Nick Garber for Fort Morgan. Bee Digger basketball. Maris across the timeline. A 3 can tie it, and the Bee Diggers have nailed lots of those tonight. Over to Rosenbrock. Bounce pass near the top to Tormolin. 5-on-4 after Schneider committed. Saved in by Lopez, but then the Beat Diggers take it away. So neither team really got control of that one after the ball was tipped by Lopez in the front court. Tormolin in the corner to his right. Bounce pass to Mares. Mares over to Needens. Wide open left wing three. Good! And the game is tied! Colby Needens drills the triple. Timeout! 2:07 to go. Brush 54, Fort Morgan 54. This is B106 and B106.com. We've got 2:09 to go in the game. Now it's up to 2 minutes. It said 2:09. There you go. They had an issue with the clock, I guess. Brush 54, Fort Morgan 54. John Beltran with Jen Goodall on B106 and B106.com. It'll be Aaron Anderson, TJ Schneider, Leo Lopez, Nick Garver, Nevin McConnell for Fort Morgan. The Mustangs have the ball in their backcourt. Kyle Rosenbrock, Colby Needens, Gregory Mares, Mitch Tormolin, and Bryce Needens for Brush. Anderson having trouble getting the ball in. That's a 5-second count.
That's a great job by the Beat Diggers doing a little denial pressure.
And that is turnover number 16 for Fort Morgan. Mares to throw it in. Mares looking. He had Needens wide open. Feeds it at the top to Tormolin. Now to Rosenbrock at the free throw line. He kicks it back out. Bryce Needens left wing three. Good! For Bryce Needens. That's a big triple. Brush 57, Fort Morgan 54. Here's McConnell in the backcourt. The Beat Diggers have scored the last 6 points on 3-pointers by Colby Needens and Bryce Needens. 1:47 to go in the game. On the outside right, McConnell. Right corner for Anderson. Dribbling to his left. Anderson spinning on Rosenbrock. Looking. And we've got a timeout. Good timeout. 30-second timeout called by head coach Chad Unrein because Anderson was stuck. A Mustang did free himself. And the Beat Diggers tonight have now hit 10 3-pointers in the game. Check that. No, that's right, 10. 3 in the second half, 7 in the first half.
All you have to do is count on the wall. The kids in the student section have been keeping track.
That is accurate, 10 3-pointers. 1:40 to go. Brush had a lead of 8 points in this game. Fort Morgan took a 3-point lead moments ago, but then Colby Needens tied it with a 3. Bryce Needens has given Brush the lead with another 3. Anderson to trigger it in the corner. Bounce pass to McConnell, nearly poked away. McConnell in the lane turns in the right corner for Anderson. Left wing to Schneider. Back out to Lopez. Lopez with 1:30 to go. Schneider, left baseline pass to McConnell. Back out to Schneider. Near the top to Garver. He's a big-time 3-point shooter. Beat Diggers have got to watch out for him. Lopez, right baseline, Schneider. Rainbow jumpers off the back of the rim. Rebound to McConnell, though. McConnell back out to Garver. Over to Anderson. Anderson with a basketball. 1:13 to go. Dribble the ball off his foot and take it away by Colby Needens. That's a big turnover committed by Fort Morgan. And now the Mustangs might have to foul. On the outside right, Tormolin with the basketball. 1:02 to go. Cross court to Rosenbrock. Down low, intended for Needens. And it's poked away by Garver. That should be a foul on the Beat Diggers. Needens did commit a foul from my vantage point. Let's see what the call is. Because Garver cut off that pass. Yeah, that's definitely a Brush foul. I mean, I don't care.
Position first.
It doesn't matter who boos here. That's not a bad. That's an excellent call, in fact.
Yep, it is. It is the correct call.
Nick Garver to shoot 2. It's the double bonus. And that was a very risky pass. No need to. You have no shot clock here in high school basketball. Nick Garver's free throw is in the air, and that is short. Mustangs still down by 3.
I think Colby got hung up on. He was trying to come off a couple of screens, and I think he got hung up on one and was late for that pass.
Second free throw upcoming. Jeffrey Dunker into the game for Kyle Rosenbrock. It will still be a 1-possession game, even if he misses. Second free throw's up and good by Nick Garver. 58.8 seconds to go. Another 30-second timeout. Brush 57, Fort Morgan 55. If you're going to have a packed house, might as well have a game like this.
This is a good game.
That's Jen Goodall and John Beltran. The Beet Diggers up by 2.
Well, and I'm sure they're saying, I'm sure the coaches are saying right now, well, we'll start with Garcia. I'm sure he's telling him, okay, score and then don't foul. Score and then don't foul. If we make a mistake, get back on defense. Okay, we're up by 1, so you don't need to foul yet. And on the other side, or up by 2, excuse me. And on the other side, they're saying we got to score, take some time off the clock, and we either tie it or we beat them.
Simple as that.
Would be my guess as to what they were saying. Not that I'm a mind reader, but
no. But I think you're definitely right.
Thanks.
And
I got to be right tonight, guys. That's good.
More than once, more than twice, more than thrice. Maris to throw it in the backcourt with 58.8 seconds to go. Brush up, 57-55. Maris looking. He can run the baseline. Throws it to Tormolen in the backcourt. Tormolen jump pass is intercepted by Garber. Now the Mustangs can take the lead with a 3. Here's Anderson, right wing Lopez, fakes the 3. Right baseline, cross-court pass down low for Schneider. Turns, shoots, misses, too strong. Jeffrey Dunker has the rebound for the Beet Diggers. Mustangs are going to have to foul. 39 seconds to go. Front court pass to Maris. Maris near the timeline. On the left baseline to Needens. Needens in that left corner. And we got a timeout. Good timeout called by head coach Ken Garcia. Needens was stuck in that corner. 31.3 seconds to go. And Schneider had a great look down low. And he's made most of those tonight, but he didn't make it that time.
Yeah, I think I held my breath on that one and just let that one go.
For all of your title needs, visit Tim Weimer at Northern Colorado Title, 205 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan. Welcome home to your hometown grocery store featuring Morgan County's largest variety, the Brush Grocery Cart. The Beet Diggers have the basketball with 31.3 to go. And the lead is 2, 57-55.
Now, if the Mustangs want to try and go for this without getting an intentional, they can try for like a holding call and not have any time go off the clock.
Yeah, I think they'll wait till the ball is inbounded. Sure, that's some strategy, but if they do that, they'd have no chance of stealing the basketball. I'm guessing they'll go for the steal.
And you know, they could try to deny, like the Beet Diggers did, for the 5-second call. See if that works too.
Dunker, Colby Needens, Bryce Needens, Mitch Tormolen, and Gregory Maris for Brush. Nick Garber, Nevin McConnell, Aaron Anderson, TJ Schneider, and Leo Lopez on the floor for Fort Morgan. Well to the right of the basket. Maris into Needens. Needens spinning on McConnell. Needens still spinning, dribbling to his right. Picking up the dribble, feeds it out to Tormolen. Tormolen left baseline. He's going to have to kick it back out to Bryce Needens. Bryce Needens with 20 seconds to go. Threw it in the backcourt. The ball is loose, and it's an over and back. Dunker touched it first, but that is a turnover, and the Mustangs have it with 16.9 seconds to go. The Beet Diggers have committed their 14th turnover, and this possession is for the game. Anderson, 3/4 court to throw it in. And before that, the Mustangs take a timeout. We will keep it right here. It's a full timeout. Brush 57, Fort Morgan 55. That's the danger when that ball is somewhere near midcourt. You want to throw it towards the basket, not away. But of course, there was a misread there. Dunker cut one way. The pass was thrown another way. And that's why the turnover was committed. But a good job by Dunker getting back there and just putting a hand on the basketball. Now that's a wide open layup. At least this way, you have the Mustangs earn either the tie or the lead.
Well, and they've already got a 5-second call. So, you know, they can go for that again and, you know, get another turnover that way. So we'll see.
Just beyond midcourt, the Mustangs to throw it in. The Beet Diggers are up by 2. In a very highly contested contest for Brush High School. Aaron Anderson will throw it in for Fort Morgan. Anderson pats the basketball. In the backcourt to Lopez. Lopez on the outside right to Anderson. Anderson bounce pass for Schneider down low. Back out to Anderson. 9 seconds to go. Down low for Schneider. Turns, shoots, scores off the glass. The game is tied. 4 seconds to go. Maris with 3. Maris with 2. A 50-footer! No good off to the left. We go to overtime. Brush 57. Fort Morgan 57. It's a 1-minute break on B106 and B106.com. John Beltran and Jen Goodall back from Brush High School. We head to overtime. Fort Morgan 57, Brush 57. TJ Schneider tied the game on a banker with about 6 seconds to go. Schneider and Tormolen will jump center in a 4-minute overtime. Mustangs went overtime this year and lost to University in a game that I was able to do back in early December. And the tip is controlled by the Mustangs. Leo Lopez calls out the play for Fort Morgan. At the top, dribbling to his left. Lopez in the left corner, McConnell. No look pass for Anderson. Turns, shoots, scores off the glass for Aaron Anderson. The Mustangs lead 59-57. They've scored the last 5 points of the game after the Beat Diggers went up 57-54. Maris with the basketball on the outside left to Tormolen. Tormolen at the top for Baker. Baker against Anderson. Looking to his right, back to his left to Dunker. Dunker with the basketball, swings it near the top to Needens. Needens looking down low against McConnell, dribbling to his right. Right corner, Baker, 16-footer is going to be off, and the ball is tipped into the hands of Dunker. Dunker's going to have to back it out for the Beat Diggers, and he will do it himself. Dunker against Garver, dribbles by him in the lane. Jump past Tormolen, right wing Baker. Now here's Mares, and Mares traveled. The Beat Diggers have now committed 15 turnovers. Fort Morgan 59, Brush 57. 3:03 to go in the game. Let's see how long Fort Morgan holds the basketball. The pass is into McConnell. McConnell across midcourt, picked up by Dunker. And then the ball was nearly lost. McConnell got it back. On the left baseline, Garver lost it, now got it back. And he had his foot on the line, or he threw it on the line. Either way, it's a turnover against the Mustangs. That is their 18th. Beat Digger basketball trailing 59-57 with 2:54 to go in overtime. Dunker picked up by Garver. Dunker into the front court. On the outside right, the chest pass goes to Baker. Baker in the right corner, Needens fakes the three, steps in, jump pass to Tormolen in the right corner for Maris. Gregory Maris to his left, utilizing a pick. Cross-court pass to Colby Needens. Needens fakes a three, steps in, two-pointer, good. Colby Needens drills a two. And the game is re-deadlocked at 59. 2:20 to go in overtime. Anderson on the outside right with the basketball. What a game from Brush High School. Anderson getting a pick from Schneider. He'll put up the jumper, good. A long two by Aaron Anderson. He's got all 4 points for the Mustangs in the overtime period. 61-59, under 2 minutes to go. Maris into the front court looking for some help. Maris jump pass to Baker. Baker on the outside right. Baker is going to have to kick it back out. Anderson tries to save it in on the pass, but it was out of bounds. Beat Diggers retain possession with 1:52 to go, trailing 61-59. Needens to throw it in from the right corner. Needens. Over to Dunker. Dunker on the high right against Nick Garver. Dunker bodied up, no whistle, and now we got a foul as Nick Garver tried to run through a pick. That'll be a foul on Garver, being his second, 1-1, as that is the 17th foul. To the line will be Randy Baker. Baker's got to make the first to earn the second with 1:46 to go in overtime. The free throw is good. That barely got string. It was so nice. Fort Morgan 61, Brush 60. Second free throw coming up for the sophomore Randy Baker. That's in the air, and that's good.
Timeout.
And it is called by Brush. The Beat Diggers 61, the Mustangs 61. We were deadlocked at 57 with both teams scoring 12 points in the fourth quarter. We were deadlocked after 3 and deadlocked after 4. The Mustangs have hit some big shots here in the overtime, which is why they haven't fallen behind, but now it might be about defense.
It is going to be about defense. You know, they say defense chips. It also wins ball games. So if you can get a stop and then score, you're going to have it.
I don't know who coined defense wins championships, but you're the first one I've heard say defense wins ball games. So I'm giving you the credit on that.
Okay.
Jen.
I mean, they always say offense wins ball games, but defense wins championships.
I thought it was offense sells tickets.
Well, that too, but I don't know. Defense can get, if you've got a phenomenal defensive game, you can sell some tickets too.
Yeah, there's no doubt. LSU, Alabama.
Of course, I'm a defensive-minded person,
yeah. No doubt. So here we go. Aaron Anderson to throw it in. Out there with Nick Garver, Leo Lopez, TJ Schneider, and Nevin McConnell. For the Beat Diggers, Gregory Mares, Colby Needens, Randy Baker, Mitch Tormolin, and Jeffrey Dunker. Lopez with a basketball. Against Mares. Near the top of the three-point circle. Down to a minute 35 to go on the left wing for Anderson. Anderson double team. He's going to have to get rid of the basketball. Cross court to Garver. Garver had McConnell wide open. Here's a Lopez three, and he traveled prior to that. Wow, he had the wide open three, and I don't know.
But he hopped.
Exactly.
He hopped to get to that.
A minute 26 to go in overtime. Maris in the backcourt for the Beat Diggers. Off the inbounds pass from Needens. Maris on the outside right. A minute 18 to go. At the top for Tormolin. Guarded by Schneider. To his left in the left corner for Dunker. Dunker against Garver. Penetrating left baseline. And cross-court pass to Needens. Needens in the lane. Puts up a 10-footer. Good! Colby Needens scores. It's a big one for the Beat Diggers. Needens now has 23 in the game. 63-61. Here is Schneider underneath the basket. Bounce pass. McConnell jumpers up. No good. Schneider went for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Tormolin. It stays with the Mustangs with 53 seconds to go. Brush 63. Fort Morgan 61. Anderson to throw it in. We are in overtime. Anderson to McConnell on the right wing. Over to Anderson. Anderson in the right corner. He'll take a three. Good! Wow, they left Anderson wide open. He drilled the triple. Anderson has 7 points in overtime. Fort Morgan 64, Brush 63. 37 seconds to go in the game. On the right wing, Needens three. Good! For Colby Needens! We're going back and forth. 66-64. Timeout. Holy mahungus. Wow. Anderson a three for Fort Morgan. Colby Needens a three for the Beat Diggers. Needens in the game has 26 points. Aaron Anderson in the game has only 12, but 7 in overtime. He's come up big.
This is when you see the poise happening. Who's going to be the one that steps up and takes that leadership role and his poise, doesn't get real frazzled, doesn't freak out over the little stuff, and is able to maintain what their job is.
Mustangs will have the basketball with 33.8 seconds to go. When the Beat Diggers needed Colby Needens, he has delivered. When the Mustangs have needed Aaron Anderson, he has delivered. In the overtime period, those two have combined for 14 points. There's only been 16 points scored in overtime. The other 2 points were Randy Baker free throws. So here we go with Anderson to trigger it in the backcourt. Rush up 66-64 in overtime. Aaron Anderson to throw it in. Anderson to Lopez. They've got to guard the three-point shooter if that's the case, because that would give Fort Morgan the lead. On the outside right, Garver. 26 seconds to go. Entry pass poked away, but taken away by Garver. Right corner for Anderson. Anderson penetrates, cut off, bounce pass McConnell. Lopez, three in the air, is short, and the rebound to Needens. Needens is fouled in the backcourt. 15.8 seconds to go. Lopez, I'm sure, was not their number one option taking the three. McConnell commits his second. Lopez has not hit a three tonight.
Well, I think number 5.
And Nick Garver is their number one option.
He was supposed to take it, but they ended up having to. He had to go set a screen for Lopez, and that's how they kind of got that kind of screwed up because he was already guarded tightly.
Now keep in mind it's only the 18th foul, so it's a 1-and-1 for Colby Needens.
So they're going to do a little icing here.
Well, and the Beat Diggers have shot only 4 free throws in the game. They're 3 out of 4. And Colby Needens has not attempted a free throw. And if he hits 2 free throws, he would match his total from his last December game of 28 points. He's got 26 right now. Scored 28 in that victory against Yuma. And it would be a 2-possession lead if Needens can nail 2 free throws, but he's got to make the first to earn the second. And the teams break the huddle. Wow, this game just went back and forth in overtime. Every time the Mustangs went up, the Bee Diggers responded. But then when the Bee Diggers went up late in regulation, the Mustangs responded. And you were just waiting for that one miss, and it came moments ago. And Colby Needens to the line. The free throw is up, and that's good. Colby Needens, as cool as a cucumber. He's got 27. Brush 67, Fort Morgan 64. Second free throw in the air, and it's in. And the Bee Diggers are now up by 4. The Mustangs just need a bucket. Don't necessarily need a 3. Lopez with 13 seconds to go in the front court. Left wing Anderson. He'll take the shot, and that's well short. And the rebound to Jeffrey Dunker. The Bee Diggers are going to win the game as Dunker's fouled in the backcourt by Nevin McConnell.
Well, and that was smart of Jeffrey to get the heck out of Dodge on that one. They had to chase him down, which took some time off the clock.
McConnell's committed his 4th. A hard-fought victory. And the Mustangs certainly fought hard tonight as well. 1-and-1 situation, 19th foul. The Dunker free throw is in. Second free throw upcoming. And if you're the Bee Diggers, don't even defend Fort Morgan at this point, at least not too tight.
I wouldn't even step in the lane. I'd let him have it if it's going to be a rebound.
Second free throw is in and out. Rebound to Schneider. Schneider with his 18th rebound to Lopez. McConnell 3 in the air, and that is no good. Rebound Tormolen, and the Brush Bee Diggers win the game over the Fort Morgan Mustangs. 69-64 in overtime. All right, let's take a 2-minute break. It's a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with a recap on B106 and B106.com. John Beltran, Jen Goodall back from Brush High School. Welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Buildings by Design. The most important thing to buying a new building or starting a new design build project is picking the right company to build it. For a free bid, call Pat Walter or Travis Lefevre, 970-842-5837. Visit them on the web at buildingsbydesign.com. The Bee Digger boys complete the sweep tonight after the Lady Bee Diggers won 61-37 over the Fort Morgan Mustangs. The Brush boys win in overtime, 69-64. Bee Diggers led 18-15 after one, 29-25 at the break. Were outscored 20-16 in the third. They were deadlocked at 45 after 3. And then T.J. Schneider, with 6 seconds to go, hits a banker to send the game into overtime, deadlocking it at 57, where Brush outscored Fort Morgan 12-7 to win by 5. The visiting Mustangs tonight were led by Schneider, a monster game for the senior, 20 points and 18 rebounds, 12 points apiece for Nick Garver and Aaron Anderson. Anderson had 7 of those in overtime. 6 points on the board for Nash Bledsoe on 2 3-pointers, 4 points for Aaron Mendez, and then 3 for Nevin McConnell, 2 apiece for Scott Baker and Leo Lopez, and 1 by Tony Swedzig. For the hometown Mustangs, they are Bee Diggers, that is, they had 28 points from Colby Needens, including 9 in overtime. Next up in the scoring column for the Bee Diggers was Gregory Maris with 10. They had 9 points in the game for Bryce Needens, 6 points by Kyle Rosenbrock, and then it was Randy Baker with 4. 3 points for Austin Garcia, and 3 points for Jeffrey Dunker, 2 points apiece for Mitch Tormolen and Tyler Monday. Rebounding situation, the Bee Diggers were destroyed on the boards. 46 rebounds for Fort Morgan, as we mentioned, 18 by Schneider. The Bee Diggers only with 28, 10 of those by Tormolen, 9 of the 10 in the second half. At the free throw line, Fort Morgan 17 out of 29, 62%. That's a big difference, missing 12 free throws. The Bee Diggers 6 out of 7, 85%. Turnover situation, the Bee Diggers at 15, and the Mustangs at 19. The Mustangs dropped to 2-8 on the season. The Bee Diggers improved to 4-3. And for the Mustangs, 2 very entertaining games in as many nights after beating Frederick last night 73-63 and losing tonight 69-64. And for Brush, a big rebound victory after losing on Wednesday night at home to Holy Family, Jen.
Well, and I don't know the Mustangs as well as I do the Brush kids, so I wish them all the best for the rest of their season. They played a great game tonight. Shouldn't hang their heads for any reason whatsoever. As for my Brush boys, I'm extremely proud that they kept their poise, kept their heads, went to the go-to person, and that go-to person stepped up.
Colby Needens scoring 9 points in overtime, and that certainly did it because he outscored Fort Morgan in overtime by himself. And as a result, the Bead Diggers pick up the 69-64 win. All right, outstanding job by our sound engineer and producer all night, Trenton Klimper. For Jen Goodall, I'm John Beltran. The final scores tonight, Brush Lady Bead Diggers defeat the Fort Morgan Mustangs 61-37, and the Brush boys win in overtime 69-64. Both teams will be back in action on Tuesday. The Bead Diggers on 10-10 as well as KSIR.com, although on Tuesday we'll have Brush wrestling on the road against Yuma. We will have Mustang basketball right here on B106 and B106.com. The Bead Diggers complete the sweep tonight from Brush High School on B106 and B106.com.